That boy cannot ever replace the life that was taken. I don't know the circumstances. I'm not judging the circumstances. He can never replace that life that was taken. Who knows what that boy who died was going to do in life? We don't know. He didn't reach his potential. He was what, 16? He has not even begun. Between 16 and 20, you're going to change so many in your mind. How many things you want to do before you end up in where you want to be? He could have been something great. He could have been somebody great, but we will never know because his life was taken from him. O'Neill could have been somebody great. O'Neill could have been the person who jumped into the sea and saved somebody from drowning. And when you take that one life, you think you're affecting one person. For the person who walks up to a man and shoots him twice in his head, he might think he's taking his life. But I watched hundreds of young people in church yesterday crying. He didn't take one life, he didn't affect one life. He affected hundreds and thousands of lives by what he did. So what are we going to do about it? I have never been a violent person. I don't believe in violence. But I took a decision yesterday when I was speaking to the congregation at the church. The same part that talks about the dead know nothing, they say it's better to be a live dog than to be a dead lion. As long as I draw breath, I'm going to make it my mission to talk to young people and try to turn Barbados around. And let them know that violence is not the answer. But it can't just be me. It cannot just be me. We need to not be afraid to speak to the young people over whom we have control. For all of us who have influence over young people, we need to not be afraid to tell them you are doing foolishness. If you want to speak in their language, I can't say it because the press is taping. Tell it to them in their language. Let them understand that at the end of that path, if you want to be a gangster, at the end of that path, somebody's life is going to be forfeit. Whether you forfeit your life, whether somebody's life is forfeit, whether your life is effectively forfeit because you spend it in jail, the fact is you are wasting your life if you continue down that path. We all, I am sure every single one of us in here can think of some young person we know who is going in the wrong direction. Each one of us in here can think of that young person who is going in the wrong direction. Some of us can think of more than one. I can think of plenty. It is our task to go out now and start to talk, open the dialogue. Because if one person says it, you can ignore it. If I say as an MP, you can just say he's trying for votes. If the Prime Minister says it, she got to say it because it's a crisis in Barbados. If the Attorney General says it, he's the person responsible for law and order. If Santa Bradshaw says it, she's the Minister responsible for education. But when it starts to come now from people in the community who are respected, it starts to mean something. Grab them by the scruff of their necks and force them to listen to you. Because the life you might be saving might be theirs.